adopted us. We met them this year. Listen to Daniel the Lion story.
A week ago, life was normal, and then now it's upside down.
Hi, I'm Jax.
Hi, I'm Daniel, and this is Daniel the Lion story. Daniel was born at 25 weeks, August 31st, 2012.
He basically got lung disease as a result of prematurity. His lungs just weren't developed to where a full-term baby would be, and that's to be expected when you're born 14 weeks early.
In the initial days, the doctor came up to me and said, all right, well, this is what's going on with him, and he starts talking a lot of big doctor stuff, and I was like, all right, well, great, he's just going to feed and grow and he's going to go home. And he was like, yeah, not exactly, man. When you have children, if you're not going to fight for them or fight on their behalf or with them, who's going to fight? I remember laying there in the hospital room that day. That's when you realize it's time to go to war for your kid so that everybody else will, so that we could just buy time. And if we bought time, then perhaps something miraculous could happen. I went in and I saw him and I just looked at him and I was like, son, I'm never going to quit on you. Ever. You're strong like a lion. When I told the doctor, I said, let's go. When you're dealing with children with respiratory illness, they do standard things to take care of them. They gave him a Nissen surgery, and that was to protect him from aspirating a G-tube, and then, of course, it was a trach. The first surgery we had was the Nissen and the G-tube, and that was awesome because you're starting to take things off of their face, and you can actually see what they look like, huh, Mama?
Mm-hmm. Everything we were doing was just to buy time. The growth would help. His lungs would get stronger, and we could move out of there eventually. And finally, we were ready for the trach surgery. We were so excited that day. So he went downstairs, he gets the trach, and he comes back up, and he's got nothing on his face. And he has the most beautiful face, just his lips and everything, that we'd never gotten to see until that point because he'd always had stuff on his face. It was a new start. This is it. We got the trach. We're going to go home soon. April, May, and June were really just about staying healthy, not getting a cold. So he has his birthday. A few days after that,
he just got tired. We had gone in one day and gave him a bath. And when we took him out of the bath,
something happened and he just got cold that day. I don't know.
Whatever happened, his body just locked. And
we never saw his eyes again.
We knew what was going on. The problem was, it was our daughter Kyler's birthday the next day. And I just looked at him and I said, whatever you do, do not let that baby go on my daughter's birthday. Don't let that baby go. And then the next day, that's when they said it was time. Even though I knew it was time, I was just waiting for that miracle. What was amazing was how many care team members came to say goodbye. And then after the smoke cleared, and it was just us, we were taking turns holding him. And then all of a sudden,
just decided it was time.
He just went. We were able to detach him from his machines, and for the first time he was free. It's not just about us here now. These care team members fought and believed for us, and they hoped for us. And so it's not just us who lose, it's them who lose. It's not what you dream and you hope for, but it's not something that we would trade for anything. We look back at our experience at Children's Hospital positively. The things that they did for us were amazing.
Pick up the phone and donate now. 1-800-458-KIDS.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
One 800-458-5437. I know the family's sitting in front of you guys, and I want everyone else listening to understand that the family's sitting here and that they were brave enough to tell the story to us, and they're brave enough to help share with you again. But your part is let them hear the phones ring. The phones are directly behind them. And you would honor Daniel. Thought I could get through that sentence. It would be an honor for me, and it would be an honor for Daniel if you would pick up the phone and call right now. And if one of you guys could give the phone number, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, we're at 1-800-458-5437. Once again, 1-800-458-5437. We've got Daniel, Dad, Jack's mom, Tyler. When I say the word lion, what comes to mind?
When I hear the word lion, I think of my boy. I think of just how tough he was, just how much he persevered, how much the family persevered through that. His little sister, what she went through, it's just, I think of that every day. The lion is now my favorite animal because of that. It's just, it's a beautiful thing.
1-800-458-5437. I know you guys are going to talk to him a little more. I just want to say something that I haven't got to say yet. And Mike, you're going to have to help me if I'm wrong. It's a matching hour. It's a power hour, and so it's a match. Touchstone Energy is matching every single Miracle Maker. So if you can call and donate $15 a month, it instantly becomes $30. And they'll do every single one of you. But you have to call right now. Daniel's story, I know that story moved you. There's no way that it didn't. There's more to the story. I mean, we have to cut these stories down to like 3 minutes so you can understand them. But this family, we talked to this family for hours. And we're going to give you some more insight into the amazing things that happen at this hospital. But it's time for you to put your money where miracles like this are. It's time for you to call. Touchstone will double your donation if you become a Miracle Maker right now.
1-800-458-5437. Jax, did you lose a fight here?
No, we didn't lose a fight.
Why not?
So what we had here with Daniel was so special. We are grateful for all the time that we spent with our son and with our family.
And you guys wouldn't trade any of it for anything?
We wouldn't trade any of it.
No, not at all. I was chatting with the bereavement counselor here at the hospital a few moments ago, and there's so much that we were able to experience here, not just from the amazing care that we got from our Children's Hospital family. I mean, we went up to the 4th floor of the NICU, and they sent out a little note that let them know that we were here, and so many people came out to see us, and it's been a year and a half. That's our family that we have here, and through all of that, through the friends, the family that we were able to make through this, my wife and I were able to spend a lot of time together. And when you go through something extreme like this, that's when you're able to put your relationship to the ultimate test. And I'm so thankful that we have this, because we know that there's not anything that her and I can't get through together. And I'm so thankful that we had that.
Daniel was strong enough for everybody.
1-800-458-5437. Call and honor Daniel the Lion. There's a part of the story that didn't make it in there, and it's one of those moments where you realize how special a place this is. We talk a lot about how they'll fight and fight and fight, and then if they lose the fight, or if it's not the outcome we would have wanted, how compassionate they are at the end. And if you guys don't mind telling us, they allowed you so much time with your little baby when he was finally free of all those wires, and they even let you take him out to see a sunrise. What happened?
So in the moments that it happened, Slacker, there was some really cool things that happened. The first thing is one of the things they do here at the hospital is when a child passes, they usually have a primary care team that takes care of the child, and they send out they each get a notification, a phone call to let them know, hey, heads up, when you come into work tomorrow, this child passed away. And that message went out one of the things that was really special in that moment was there was one of our nurses, Victoria, who actually got out of bed at 3 o'clock in the morning, and she drove in across town to this hospital to spend that time with our family. So she had shifted from Daniel to our family and was so catering to us. And then one of our nurses came up with a brilliant idea, and they, you just have so much freedom, so that to no longer have a child attached to so many machines and cables, that, what sort of things can we do with this kid? We pull them out, we laid him in the bed with the sister, and then we went on this mission where there's a really cool deck on top of the labor and delivery unit here, and it was right about sunrise, and we essentially snuck Daniel out of the hospital as a team, and we got out there, and as a family we were all able to sit there and watch the sunrise together. And that's a moment I can close my eyes and see right now. It was so cool, just the way that these folks think differently, think about things that we can't think of when we're emotional, but just to really help us do something special in these moments. The care team here is just remarkable.
You're listening to this, sitting in your car, about to head into a great weekend. When you get done with your job, you're done. You go home and you're done. And the people who work here, they're never done. And they think of things that I can't believe the kind of things they come up with, allowing this family time to hold their baby and breaking the rules or whatever you want to call it. It's unbelievable what happens in this hospital. We need you to be a part of it. And if you call right now and become a Miracle Maker, $15 a month, Touchstone Energy, they're going to double it. Every single Miracle Maker this hour, every single one. Don't wait until 4:59, please. Every single one will get doubled, but you gotta call. And let me tell you why you should call. Just one more quick little reason. While you were talking, Daniel's grandpa walked over to me and handed me a check for $1,000. This family, this family's been through so much, and they come back into this place and they keep giving, and I think they'll give and give and give until they have nothing left. Even though they didn't get to take their kiddo home. If that's true, what would you pay? We're not asking for much. We just want $15 a month, and it'll turn into $30 instantly if you call right now.
1-800-458-5437. Daniel's sister Kyler brought in her piggy bank, brought in her savings, brought in her money, her change to donate to become a Miracle Maker as well. Incredible.
Here's the deal. As we said, they're sitting in front of us, and this is your time. You've heard the story. We don't need to give you any more reasons. You've heard it. You understand why, and they can hear every phone ring. There's people, there's patients, there's surgeons looking down on us. Make every single one of these phones ring right now. Daniel will hear it. The family will hear it. We can still feel him in this hospital. I know they feel him in this hospital.
Hey, Kyler, what number should they call?
1-800-458-5437.
Yeah.
1-800-458-5437. $15 a month gets doubled this hour only as we wrap up this year, our 15th glorious year. Please honor Daniel and pick up the phone. 1-800-458-5437.
Coming up.
On Alice 1059 Cares for Kids.
Her attitude, her smile, her determination.